Hey guys, it's Tanika and welcome back to my channel. First of all, I just wanted to say thank you all so much. I hit 2,000 subscribers the other day. I did want to get there by the end of December, but I got there by the end of January. So I am so excited and thank you all for subscribing to my channel and watching my videos. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be recreating this look here using all Drugstore products. I've been so obsessed with warm tones and a nude lip lately. I know I will jump out of that comfort zone soon, but for now, I'm kind of stuck in that little zone and I hope you don't mind. Before we get into the tutorial, I would like to do a Q&A video soon. So if you have any questions relating to makeup or my life or anything you would like to know, please just leave me a comment below. If I get enough questions, then I will do one, but you know, if there's like 3 questions, then not happening. Anyway, that is enough rambling. Let's get into the tutorial. Okay, so we're starting off with a nice clean face. I've cleansed and moisturized, and now it's time to prime with the NYX Angel Veil Primer. I've been using this one quite a bit lately and I'm actually really liking it. People say it's a dupe for the Hourglass Mineral Veil. I do think they have different textures, like originally when you feel them, but once they're on the face, it does leave a really similar feel. Your skin feels nice and soft and like it has a little barrier on it. And then you know I can't go a day without color correcting, so I'm using my Australis Color Clique Green Concealer and just putting this on all of those red spots. And then I'm using my favorite brush, the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Buffer, to blend this into the skin. Next, I'm taking the NYX Dark Circle Color Corrector. This is in the shade Fair, and this is going to be put under my eyes to correct the darkness. So you can see the difference here between the corrected and the non-corrected side. For foundation, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in the shade 110 Porcelain, and mine is running a little low. They really need to put a pump on this foundation. It would make life so much easier. So I just use a kabuki brush for this. I just, you know, dab it around my face and then blend it all in. And then if you watch a few of my tutorials, you would know after I use a brush, I like to go over my foundation with a beauty blender just to make sure there are no streak marks left and everything is blended beautifully into the skin. For concealer today, I'm using this Camouflage Full Coverage Concealer by Essence, and this is in the shade 05 Ivory Light. This is actually super light, but the one problem I do have with it is not a lot of product comes out, so you do have to dip it in, wipe it on your face, dip it in, wipe it on your face like 3 to 4 times. So a little bit annoying, but it works really well. I found the best way for me to use this is applying one layer, blending it out, and then going in with another layer, and then once I blend that out, the coverage is super full and it looks really flawless. For powder, I've really been loving this Match Perfection Silky Loose Powder by Rimmel. I like to apply it with my beauty blender as well. So dip it straight into the powder and then I put it under my eyes first to set everything. And then I go ahead with a little bit more to set the rest of my face. I just find using the beauty blender to apply my powder kind of helps it settle into my skin more and makes it look a bit more natural. You don't have to use a loose powder either. You can use a beauty blender with your pressed powder as well. For contour, I'm using this NYX Blush in the shade Taupe, and you really only need a tiny amount, okay? Start small and build it up. This is a really great color for contouring if you've got pale skin, as it's super cool toned. It's slightly gray, but it doesn't look muddy. To apply it, I just like to go back and forth down my cheekbone, but kind of round, like you can see what I'm doing there. I find it just really helps to blend it out. And then for bronzer, oh my god, I finally got my hands on the Butter Bronzer by Physician's Formula, thanks to my good friend Peter. She bought it for me because she's so nice. It smells so good. So I'm just using my favorite Zoeva brush to apply this, and oh, it just looks great. I always like to take a bit of my bronzer lightly around my forehead into my hairline, just to give a little bit more color to my face, you know, because I am so pale, I would like to look alive. For blush, I'm using another one by NYX. This is in the shade Pinch, and I'm just applying a little bit to my cheeks. Sometimes I do go a bit overboard, so when that happens, I just grab my beauty blender and kind of dab around the edges to kind of tone it down a bit. For highlighter, this one is by Model's Own, and it is literally one of my, well, probably my favorite highlighter from the drugstore. Like, it is so smooth and it just melts into the skin. It doesn't look chalky at all. It is a winner. And then a quick spritz of the Rimmel Insta Fix and Go to help settle everything into the skin. And then I'll move on to brows. This is the NYX Brow Cake in the shade Blonde, my go-to brow product. Every day I use it. So I just like to start at the bottom of my brow and draw underneath and lengthen out the tail. And then I go ahead and just blend that powder up into my hairs. And then I finish off the top of the brow and join the tail together. I don't know if any of that explanation made sense, but you know, just watch it, you'll get the hang of it. And then once I've spoolied it and fixed up any of the gaps, I go in with the Rimmel Brow This Way Brow Gel, just to set it all into place. For eyeshadow, I'm starting off with this Rimmel palette and just taking this light transition shade and putting this above my crease for my transition. And then I'm going into the Chi Chi Spices palette for the rest of the look. So starting with this lighter brown, and again, I'm just putting that into the crease and blending it up, just kind of as another transition shade, I guess. The Chi Chi palette has the most beautiful shades in it, but they do take a bit of work, especially the mattes. So I did have to dip in and pack it on and dip in, pack it on, blend it out quite a few times until it was looking how I wanted it to look. So next I dipped into this darker orange shade and kind of just placed it in the same area but a little bit lower, and again I just had to dip in and pack it on quite a few times. And then I took this shimmer shade for the lid and just using a flat shader brush, I packed this over the entire lid. I'm pretty sure I spritzed the brush with some Fix Plus as well, just to make it pop a little bit more. And then I went in with a mixture of the matte shades I used and placed them on the lower lash line. Next I took the lighter shade in the palette to highlight my brow bone and inner corner. And then with this darker shade, I took it on a really thin brush and just kind of lined my lash line and smoked it out a bit. And then it's time to curl the lashes, apply some mascara. This Colossal Big Shot has been my go-to lately. And then these falsies are from Glam by Manicare. They're just a really nice natural pair. So I like to use tweezers to get them on, and then I use my fingers to make sure they're in the right place. Then I grab my tweezers again and kind of just push them down onto my lash line so that they're really in place. And then to finish off the eyes, I'm just tightlining. I love doing this. I find it really helps just to blend the lashes in. And then some mascara on the bottom lashes and the eyes are done. For my lips, I'm using this Australis Girl Boss Demi Matte Lip Cream, and this is in the shade Empower. This is literally my favorite lipstick at the moment. I can't stop using it. It is so good. It is the perfect nude. It's super comfortable. Oh, you need to get it, okay? You need to get it. So once the lipstick is applied, I popped in some earrings. These ones are from Kmart. I will link them down below if you're interested. And then that is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial using all drugstore products. And if you did, then please give me a thumbs up so I know to do more drugstore related tutorials in the future. Subscribe to my channel if you aren't already, and don't forget to come follow me on Instagram, Snapchat and Twitter. All the links will be down below. Also, don't forget to leave me any questions and I will see you all next time. Bye!